Wimbledon, the oldest and most venerated tennis tournament in the world. And if SW19 is the sport's spiritual home, then the Wimbledon Lawn Tennis Museum is the custodian of the sport's very soul.
The club itself was actually founded in 1868 as a croquet club because lawn tennis, of course, didn't exist. And it was founded in Crystal Palace to the south of London, only moving into Wimbledon 1 year later in 1869. But not in this location, it was on the other side of the town. We moved here in 1922. The club adopted tennis in 1875. Now, back in 1872, somebody had given a piece of gardening equipment to the club called a pony roller, a big horse-drawn garden roller. And in 1877, the pony roller broke, and it was going to cost £10 to fix it, and the club couldn't afford it. So they decided to hold a little event for gentlemen that year in July, and they sold tickets to the public at 1 shilling each. That's 5p in modern money. And in the course of the event, they raised just over £17. So the pony roller got fixed, and they had a bit of a profit, and I thought, it's a good idea. We'll do that again next year. So the world's greatest tennis championship exists because the pony roller broke. And here in this showcase, we have the minute book making the decision to hold the tournament, and also the prize won by Spencer Gore, the first champion, and the runners-up prize as well. Back in the 1930s, the gentlemen used to win a number of different tournaments, including things called Renshaw Cups. And these are the Renshaw Cups, which were won by Fred Perry in 1934, 1935 and 1936. But one thing about Fred Perry that most people don't realise is that they see the statue of Fred Perry outside of the museum, but they don't realise that he's actually buried underneath it. When he died, he was cremated, and in his will was a wish to be buried at Wimbledon. And so his ashes actually lie under the statue outside of the museum. So here at the museum, we have around about 90 to 100,000 visitors a year, about 75% from all over the world. Our job is to reflect not just the history of tennis, but the modern day story of the sport as well.
So the All England Lawn Tennis Club is also looking towards its future, commissioning a master plan that sets out a series of innovative objectives over the next 10 to 20-year period. One of which is a direct result of the sometimes not so great British weather.
We recognise that having a roof on centre court has been a big success. It guarantees tennis not just for the spectators, the 15,000 spectators on centre court, but for the global broadcasters, which is really important. So really it was obvious we needed to put a roof on #1 court, and we hope to do that by 2019. But the rest of the master plan calls for building underground in 4 different areas of the site, and that's going to improve the facilities and access for a lot of people, a lot more space, the players, the media, the spectators, and we just want to improve the experience for everybody who comes to Wimbledon. It's a vision for the future for the next 15, 20 years. It's not about increasing the ground capacity, it's not about more commercial activity, it's about improving the experience for everybody. It's quite ambitious. We've looked at it and thought about it for the last 18 months, and we're confident we can deliver.
The All England Lawn Tennis Club has also consulted with some of the sport's biggest stars, including 7-time Wimbledon champion Roger Federer.
Incredibly exciting. I think they're having great potential and a great future ahead of themselves, and I think they seeing things at the right time, at the right speed. They're innovative enough, yet enough classical and traditional, and that's the combination I really like about them. They're very professional and gentlemanlike, the way they go about things, and for me it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to them and working with them.
We're very respectful of our past. We have a pride in our past, and we think that's something to be valued and treasured. But equally, we know that past and the success that there's been in the past has been based upon constant change, constant improvement, and we absolutely believe we can do better every year. We absolutely believe that, and we want to do better every year. So I guess it's actually like a player. A player might well play well, they might have a better year this year than last year, but they're going to be thinking we can do better next year, and the coach and the player will be thinking, well, the forehand's going well, but it can just be a little bit better. Well, I think our forehand's going okay at the moment, but next year we want it to be better.
And with the Wimbledon Master Plan, the championships can rest assured it will remain the finest stage in world tennis for many more years to come. Next week on ATP World Tour Uncovered, presented by Rio, 3 is the magic number, with all the action from Bastard, Stuttgart and Newport. And we catch up with two-time year-end #1, Stefan Edberg. Don't forget to log on to atpworldtour.com for your 24/7 breaking news. And talk with us on Facebook and Twitter, now available in English and Spanish. See you next week.